Hi, my name is Mia. I'm a sewing and all things design enthusiast here on YouTube. If you're here after watching part 1, then good job. Then you know that I'm trying to make a summer/spring dress. This is the vibe. In part 1, I showed you how I drafted a pattern and how I even made a toile. A very flawed one, might I add, but a toile nonetheless. And I learned so much from the process, so if you haven't watched part 1, I do recommend. You probably guessed it, on today's video we're gonna make the actual dress. The good thing about having made a toile is that now I can actually look at each mistake and try to avoid repeating it in the actual dress. 2 mistakes that I had made on this toile was that this line of gathering was way too low, so I need to fix that. And the second mistake is that I drew the gathering lines at an angle, and I think that I want to make them as straight as I can. I've just encountered my first obstacle. I'll show you. When making the toile, I had created the channels by using just strips of fabric, but I had in mind for the real dress to actually use lining. Now, the problem that I have is that I want to finish the edges off of the neck and the cutout using this lining, and I've cut it with the exact same pattern as the main. The problem is that originally I wanted to connect these by the shoulder seams, and after connecting those shoulder seams, then attach the neckline, and being very careful to leave openings for the ties to go through. And after attaching both lining and main through the neck, I would then make the channels. Now my issue is that since I've cut this with the same exact pattern, I'm kind of required to also gather the lining at the upper seam, which is something that's kind of bugging me, because why would I gather something that's not going to be visible? I feel like perhaps I should just cut that excess seam on the shoulder. However, there still needs to be a seam connecting the back and the front panels, because otherwise why would I even consider using a whole facing? Unless the facing is just surrounding the neck and the ties, and then everything is cut. Should I try that? Basically, instead of being this whole thing, just being this neckband over here. I feel like that makes more sense, doesn't it? And that would also make me not have to worry about excess fabric. I think I just figured it out. Well, you saw it on camera, so... So yesterday I got all of my fabric cut, I got all of my markings, and I feel like today might be the day that we have a finished dress. I just pinned the lining with the mane in order to keep everything from moving when creating the channels. And honestly, this is more challenging than expected, for sure. I already watched the cutout, and that's on me, because usually I kind of watch a video before doing a specific thing in order just to feel a little bit more prepared. But I just went straight into it. I thought it would be easier because I've done it in a jacket with bias tape. But I'm just gonna move on and hope that it doesn't bother me as much later. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to show you the botched cutout. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's a circle instead of being a straight angle. But it's okay. Channels are sewn in, and I'm really happy because it stabilized the lining. But yeah, it's coming along just fine. It's not perfect, but oh well. Just finished making my ties, which means we can finally start gathering. because I was looking at the dress on the table and it was looking dreadful. But I put it on and it's fine. I'm gonna keep you right there. You know what, I'll show you. I'll show you the mistakes. I'll show you the mistakes. That's what this channel is for, right? You know what, I'm gonna celebrate my wins first. First win is the gathering is very much even because I measured. And so it has to be even. Then the ties, XXL ties, are very much a mistake, but a happy one. I like that. Oh, and I was worried about the fabric because I was worried that the design and the patterns of the fabric were gonna be too boring. But honestly, I kept the funkiest parts for the front. This is kind of boring. And the bottom of the dress is also kind of boring. A little bit. See, I don't like this part right there, which is the same part that's right here. But it's in the back. Who cares? You know, it's just like the back of my head. I don't care what the back of my head looks like because if I can't see it, then, you know, it's not my problem. And now, mistakes. And this is on me, 100% on me. But the channels, they were not sewn as gracefully as I wish. The thing is, I'm gonna blame someone else for a second.
And this is on me, 100% on me.
I purchased secondhand thread, and honestly, it's a little bit weak. Anyways, I'm blaming the thread. The second mistake, and this is entirely on me, is that the channels are like, they're not the same width. And I saw it coming, I was drawing the lines, I saw that it wasn't even, and I was like, you know what, I'll just fix it once I'm sewing and like not redraw the line, because then I'm gonna have a bunch of lines on the fabric marked by pencil and I'm not gonna know which one. And then I did some other stuff and I forgot about it. So that's on me. So things are coming along just fine, and I need to relax and I need to go grab a bite. Second arm is in the bag. I can finally see the finish line, which is a great feeling. I'm so unsure about the length that I want this dress to be. Okay, so I'll think about the hemming later. I'm gonna do the elastic in the arms and sew the side seam. There's one thing left for me to do, and that is hem the bottom of the dress. Now, I'm very tempted to make this dress mini instead of maxi, because I've tried it on and I don't know. I think I'm gonna try it on again and kind of do a pros and cons list. Yeah. I'm finally wearing the dress. I'm really happy with it. I do have a tendency to magnify the mistakes in my head, but then I wear the garment and I know that nobody else can see those mistakes, and I finally relax. I'm super happy. Honestly, I'm still not sure if I want to keep it maxi or make it slightly shorter or even a mini. And I'm actually dying for your opinion. What do you think? I really do enjoy a long dress. I think I prefer a long dress from a short dress, but I think I might have messed up a little bit with the bottom part of the dress. And I'll explain. If you remember, I made a toile, and the toile was only the upper part. And when I cut the fabric, my intention was to cut an A-shape bottom, and that's what I did, but I should have increased that angle. I still have a lot of fabric. In fact, I have enough fabric to make another dress. But I thought, two options. First option is, should I make this a mini dress? I think it could be really pretty as a mini. Or second option is, should we make it a tiered dress? Let me know in the comments. I would really love and appreciate your opinion on this. Or should I just leave it as is? I don't know. I'm really happy with it, so it is kind of confusing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback to give me, I'm all ears. I always appreciate reading you, responding to you, and talking to you. Yeah, see ya.